Chris, Whirlpool Masters Fans' Choice winner yet again. What's it mean to you to get the people's vote to come to Gibraltar?
Massive, yeah. Obviously, I had a lot of people voting for me, and luckily enough, I've got a lot of fans around the world who like to watch me play. Obviously, I had the biggest viewing figures for the clearance that I did in the Whirlpool series, so I think that got a few votes. But obviously, there's a lot of quality players that could have been chose. Misko Fortunski was very close. He was leading up to the last 2 days. But I just got lucky in the end and pipped him.
Last year you got the Fans' Choice and perhaps didn't do as well in the main tournament as you would have hoped to have done. Are you looking to go a bit further this time?
Yeah, I mean, I got to the semi-final, I think it was, a few years ago, and I just didn't perform last year. I think I was travelling too much. I'd just come back from China. I wasn't prepared properly, and that's not taking anything away from Matt Edwards. He played really well against me, but I just missed a few chances which I wouldn't normally miss. And at that level, you can't afford to miss some chances.
It seems from the outside looking in, you're playing a little bit more 9-ball at the moment. Do you think that'll help your preparation for the Masters?
Yeah, definitely. I'm certainly playing well. At the minute, the results aren't going my way, but I'm only losing out by the odd frame, so I'm cueing well, potting well, playing well. It's just I'm going through a stage at the minute where the results aren't coming my way, but that happens. You know, you have to go with the rough and the smooth, and sometimes everything goes for you and you win every time, and sometimes it doesn't go for you, so you've got to take it on the chin and come back stronger.
Do you feel we can expect a little bit more of that Chris Melling magic in Gibraltar this year?
Yeah, without a doubt. Obviously there's 24 players, 23 others apart from myself, and any one of them can win it. You know, it's a race to 7, and it's cutthroat, so all the players can run 7 racks. They can take every chance that they get, but they can also miss, and I'm looking to put pressure on my opponents and hopefully make them miss.
And speaking about the wider year, what are your plans this year?
Well, obviously with the things that have gone on in China regarding the coronavirus, it's a bit of a funny one really, because I'm contracted to go to China quite a few times with my sponsors. But I've been travelling to America a lot. I'm playing all the European tours, and my goal is to try and get the Mosconi Cup. This year probably going to be a little bit tough. I didn't have a great start to the season, but who knows? You know, we've got the US Open around the corner, we've got the World 10 ball around the corner. There's no reason why I can't snap it off if I play my game.
Speaking of the US Open, it was another tournament that perhaps didn't quite go your way last year with that early defeat. Do you feel this year you can maybe come and hope to get into that last 16?
Yeah, I didn't know too much about the guy who beat me in the US Open last year. I knew he was from Hawaii. I spoke to Rodney Morris, who's also from Hawaii, and he said he's a good player. So obviously he gave everybody respect, and he played brilliant against me. I didn't do a great deal wrong. He broke and cleared against me at 8-all, I think it was. And you know, you got to have something about you to be able to hold that pressure up, you know, and be able to play under that kind of pressure. But obviously this year's a different story. Like you said, I've been playing more 9-ball, and hopefully I'll go deep this year.
With Matchroom having taken over the US Open, it's of course the second year they'll be doing it. How big is that tournament now?
Well, it's massive. I mean, Matchroom is obviously a very successful company. They run the darts, they run the snooker, you know, the fishing, you know, gymnastics. They do everything, tenpin bowling. They do everything, and obviously anything that Barry seems to touch, he knows how to make it successful. So obviously with the backing of Matchroom throughout all the pool events around the world now, you know, I can only see it going in one direction, and that's great for the players and great for spectators.
Another thing which hopefully you'll agree is great news for players and spectators is the Whirlpool Championship back in Matchroom hands. Are you looking forward to hopefully playing in that one?
Yeah, it's very special to me because it was one of the first 9-ball events I'd ever played in, the qualifiers in Cardiff, and me and Darren Appleton actually won both the qualifiers, and I got to the last 16. I beat Steve Davis in the last 32. I topped my group, and I was using a 12-ounce English pool cue, where now obviously I'm using the Predator pool equipment, so I'm using the real stuff, let's say. So yeah, I mean, I'm very excited that Matchroom have got the World 9-ball Championships back, and obviously the prize money is improved. The standard of players will probably improve. Not saying it's not good, because it is. It's brilliant. But obviously, if you're going into a World Championships, you want to win it, but you also want to beat the best players. And now you're going to get all the best players.
You spoke about hoping to get potentially into the Mosconi Cup team. Another team I imagine you're keen to get into is the Great Britain team for the World Cup of Pool. You played that last year with Jason. Do you hope you can qualify for that this year again?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's only really me and Jason from Great Britain who are travelling as a profession, you know, playing the game. You know, we've obviously got players from all around the UK that play, but me and Jason travel together, we share rooms together, practice together. So it's a good partnership. Obviously, I didn't perform to the best of my ability last year, But that's what happens in a team. You know, you can't blame one another. You just got to take it on the chin and get on with it. And hopefully this year, if I do get in, I'll make amends for that.
And finally, Chris, just want to get a word as a former MVP on the Mosconi Cup from you. Did you watch it last year, and what did you think of it?
Yeah, I watched it. It was very interesting. Obviously, I thought Europe was going to win, but then obviously the heat got put on Europe, and there were a few twitches from players that don't normally twitch. You don't see them missing so much, but obviously the team pressure is massive compared to individual pressure. And I've said it before on social media and interviews that it's not something that you can teach. You either have it or you don't have it. And obviously America held themselves together well. One of the players, which I won't name no names, he struggled a little bit compared to how he played last year. But again, you know, they played well and they deserve to win at the end of the day. But this year, I can't see Europe getting beat, and I don't say that too often. But they're just too. You know, they've got too much power, too much talent, too much firepower. You know, and I can't see anything other than a Europe win.